All right. So Super Saturdays are super important to go to. We have the big one in Jersey where it's a lot of our team because my coach Dana, basically, she's part of the council that puts it together. And a lot of us are from like the Jersey area. So we have a big one and our team there's a lot of us there. And if you can get to that one, it's fantastic because you can meet us in person, we hang out, we bond, and it's just good to see everybody and talk and kind of brainstorm. But if you're not near Jersey, there's some everywhere. Every state has a bunch of them. And some are bigger than others. Some might be, my first one we did in a church basement with 20 people. And some have hundreds of people, especially if you're near Pittsburgh or Florida or something like that. There's some really big ones. But they're quarterly, so the next one's in January 9th. And I'll post the dates for the next year of all the Super Saturdays. But it's so important. They're only 4 a year. If nothing else, it really helps build your business. And especially, sometimes you get into a little bit of a funk. Because, you'll get a lot of no's and it seems like nobody's watching. And by going to something like this, it recharges you and gives you new ideas and makes you push forward more. So they're really awesome. Even if you can't get to ours, just get to one. So this was a little bit from ours on Saturday. So Beachbody's thing this year is Everyone Matters also. So that's like their theme. So it started with that. Yeah. All right, so the first thing is talking about Facebook. So you have to make sure, my Facebook used to be basically for like my friends and family. Now it's basically for my business. It kind of changes as you keep going because it's your storefront. This is how I get all my customers and coaches. At this point, almost I don't even know half the people on my Facebook. I started with 200 people and now I have over 2,000. But my Facebook is basically my storefront. That's how everybody knows everything about me. My coaches and customers come on thinking that they know me. People comment like, you're such a great mom, you're so this, you're so that. We've never met, but they feel like they know me from my Facebook page. So it really is, your Facebook has to talk about you. It has to be your brand. And it's not just all Beachbody. It has to be about you, your personal life, your work, your kids, your hobbies, a little bit of everything. Somebody looking in your Facebook within the first 3 to 5 posts should know about you. It shouldn't be like, buy this, do this, or all just like, my life sucks or whatever. It really needs to tell who you are as a person. So every night, really, or at least really every night, you should kind of scroll through and just make sure that your posts tell about you and people can look and know who you are. And a good thing to do is have somebody else do that also. Have a friend or a parent, somebody not really Beachbody related, check it out and ask them what they would think about you. And you can get good advice that way. And share your story on Facebook and share it all the time. So some of us have bigger stories than others. And it doesn't matter. Your story is your story. Some people have these big transformation pictures or they made all this money with Beachbody or something else. But other people, are just like a stay-at-home mom that after a couple weeks, all of a sudden feeling better, could keep up with their kids more, or just, a working mom that has more energy to be able to keep up with her job and keep up with her kids. Whatever it is, it can be something small, but it's your story and you need to share it. And you need to share it consistently because your Facebook does not come up in everybody's news feeds. It's only a small percentage. So people will not be seeing it all the time. And you can change it around. Always tell it a little bit differently. Breadcrumb it, a little piece here, a little piece there in your next post. But you definitely want to tell your story and your Facebook needs to say who you are, for sure. Target customers. So in those posts also, you want to target your ideal customer. So later on, you should sit down and write down who your ideal customer is. You don't want to make general posts for everybody. You would think you don't want to come up with a niche market because you'll be leaving people out. But really, those are the people that are going to connect to you and that will buy stuff from you. If you target everybody, it's probably not going to reach anyone. So I would say a working mom with 2 kids, military. I really like healthcare workers, stuff like that. And I would make my posts speaking directly to that person. So write them down. You can even write down what they look like, what their hobbies are, everything about them, and just picture them every time you write a post right to that person. And also speak about objections. I actually did that today because I get so much about like the price or time. So I did try to write that in my post with my husband's transformation. But how he said I was throwing away money in the beginning and just to go to the gym. So then they know, like, everybody has these hesitations, and everybody's husbands or whatever aren't always supportive of it, but they'll get over it. Let's see. So these are some examples of some posts. So some of them are going to hit you more than others. Anybody can see a T25. Like, last day it's on sale, T25. But you know how many people are going to post that? And they're probably just going to scroll on through. But if you make it more personal, put your transformation in there, put a picture of you in there, they're more likely to stop and look at it. Because it's not going to be like everybody else's. You need to really stand out. Remember, Beachbody, there's a lot of Beachbody coaches, but why they're going to pick you over somebody else has to really be for you. You're branding yourself, not Beachbody. Post with purpose. And then, always have a reason in mind. You always want to, people like to be taught things. People like to laugh. Always have a reason behind it. Before you post, be like, why am I doing this? And always try to keep it positive. But if you're having a bad day, you can post something about that, but try to put a spin on it. Why would somebody want to read it? Do they really care that you had whatever happened? Try to make there a purpose to every post that you do. And be you. If you're funny, be funny. I wish I was more funny because those really get a lot of interest. I'm so matter-of-fact kind of person, but I guess it's who I attract them to, so it's fine. But totally just be you, and don't be nervous what people are going to think or you'll offend some. Because truthfully, the people you're going to work best with are the ones that are going to relate to it. Speak to that person. Okay, so this was another one now. She was talking about how you can work Beachbody in 10 hours a week. So I know most of our coaches, I think almost every coach on our team works full-time, or I work part-time, but they work at least some. And a lot of them have kids. So, there's not a lot of time, but you can build a business in 10 hours a week, at least in the beginning. But you have to be dedicated during that time. You have to turn your notifications off, turn your text message off, and really focus on what you want to do. And you can do it. So she breaks down how to do it in 10 hours a week. So 10 minutes a day, Monday through Friday, you have to add 3 to 5 new people to your network. I stress this so much. A lot of people aren't going to buy from you. You need to have a big network. You have to continually be growing it. In the beginning, you might get some friends and family, but you're going to run out. So you have to always, always, always be getting those new people. It's so important, 3 to 5 people a day. And you can go to the people you may know. At this point, I don't know half the people on my Facebook, so that will not help me. But you can go into one of your friends' Facebook pages, not a coach, just a regular friend, and see the friends you have in common to get other ideas that way. You don't want to friend just random people, because if they say they don't know you and you're spam, you can go to Facebook jail, and you can't post or you can't message people for 7 days. So there really is a Facebook jail. But if you friend people that you have friends in common, you should be all right. Then form 3 to 5 new people a day and build relationships. So form is family. Talk about their family, their kids. O is for occupation, if they work. R is for recreation. And then M is the message. So you don't need to just jump in hey, buy my product. Start getting to know them. And it's easier that way anyway. The more you get to know them, then you can find out their family, their lifestyle, and you can help fit it into their day. If I find out they work and they go out to eat for lunch, boom, Shakeology for lunch. It's going to save you a lot of money, and you're going to lose a lot of weight. If they work and have kids, they need the 30-minute workout. So the more you get to know them, the better you can help them with also, and then they'll trust you more. So now invite 3 to 5 new people to a challenge group or coach opportunity every day. So that's usually after you start forming. That's really the message part. So after you get to know them, then suggest, I'm starting this new challenge group next week to keep each other accountable. Everybody's going to do a fitness program of their choice and drink Shakeology. Would you like to give it a shot? So that's kind of how I start a lot of my messages. Usually I ask them what their health and fitness goals are before that, and then I relate it all together. But you should be inviting 3 to 5 a day. They say 3 a day to the challenge group and 3 a week for coaching. I mean, it all depends how fast you want to grow your business also, basically. Personal development, reading your audio. So you have to do that for 10 minutes a day. And that every coach, I feel like, skips this in the beginning. I know I did. I feel like almost everybody does. It is so important. If you can grow as a person, it'll help you in your business. It'll keep you more positive. It'll give you motivation to keep pushing through when things seem hard. You can listen audiobooks. You can listen to YouTube, old team calls. There's just so many things, and it really, really does help. So don't skip that one. And then they have that time at the bottom. I listen in my car also. There's the Beachbody podcast you can listen to. But I don't listen to like any music in my car anymore. I'm always listening to like old calls or audiobooks or something. So now for 15 minutes a day, you should be following up with 3 to 5 people. Follow-up is key. And this is why you need to have a good organization system too, so you don't lose these people, because I lost them for a while. So make sure you organize them and definitely follow up. I can promise you almost none of my customers come the first time I ask them. Almost every single one was a couple months in the past, some a year or two in the past. But I just keep following up. I don't always invite them to a group when I follow up. I just might be like, how you doing? Or comment in a post or message them about something that they, a trip they went on or something. So it's not always Beachbody related, but it's still keeping like you in the back of their head. Do a 3-way call with a coach and a prospect. If you have somebody interested and you're not sure how to ask them to do a challenge group or join as a coach, you could always ask your coach, me, anybody, if they would 3-way with you, and they can help you out with that too. Because I've been trying, I was always nervous to get on the phone with people, but that's been my new thing lately is every time somebody's interested in coaching, I'm like, let's schedule a call. And I started that last week, and I already signed up 3 new coaches in the last couple of days, just from like signing calls. And I have 2 other calls tomorrow. It really helps because they can see like the passion in your voice and stuff too. So I think it really helps more than just messaging. And now 1 hour a week is host a webinar or Zoom call. That's what we're on right now. So you guys are already a step ahead. And then 2 hours a week is commit to online training. It's so important to keep learning. I think this is one of the things that's helped me. I love to learn. Maybe it's the 7 years of PT school. I don't know. But I love to learn new things. So I'm constantly looking on YouTube, how to build my business on Facebook, how to use Pinterest to grow a business, how to do this, how to find new followers. There's so much information. There's so many classes you can buy, but there's so much free info too. YouTube is fantastic. YouTube, Google, in the car, when you're showering, cooking, you can learn so many new things. It's fantastic. Mastering these skills is just so important. You can even on YouTube, Google top coaches, like how do I invite to the coach opportunity? How do I do this? There's so much to learn out there. And these are some personal development stuff. Like in business, I don't know, gets better by change. If you look in the files, I believe I have a lot of books listed in the files section of our team page also. I'm pretty sure I put some on the website. I was going to put some on my website. I can't remember if I actually finally did it, but I know I definitely have some in the team page files. The Slight Edge, I love the Slight Edge, and I actually have the PDF book in our team page, so you don't even have to buy it. It might be on YouTube too. You could probably listen to it, but I have the actual PDF in our thing. Such a good book if you're just starting. It just shows you how little things every day add up to huge goals. So that's basically what I was saying with the forming, the inviting, all that kind of stuff, how it adds up. Doing your workout every day. If you don't skip it one day, is it going to matter? Probably not. But over time, it will. It's huge. Slight Edge or the Compound Effect. Either one are so good for new coaches. You're a Badass. That'll help with confidence. That's a pretty cool book. Tribes. I haven't read that yet. That's about leadership. I've been wanting to get that. Start with Why. That's supposed to be a fantastic book too, and I haven't read that one yet either. Having a why is so, so, so important to growing your business. This is the reason why I think I've stuck with it so long. Every time I want to go to sleep or I don't want to do it or I just want to give up, I think about like why I'm doing it. And I could be in the same place I am now in 5 years. Say it takes 5 years. Who cares? In 5 years, won't it be worth it? But your why has to be big enough. And that's like what the book talks about. It's supposed to be fantastic. Zig Ziglar, Secrets to Closing the Sale. If you have trouble closing the Challenge Pack sale or coach, if you don't know how to end it, that's a really good book to read. Richest Man in Babylon. I think he was saying that he listens to like all the time. I think it's on YouTube. And GoPro, that's good too. It teaches you a lot about like how to talk to people and how to get them interested in stuff. That's a good book. I am going to check the file section. I can bump it. I think what I have listed there is like leadership books and all the books, confidence. So whatever you really need help with, you can pick a book from that specific category. These are some listening books. I can put these in our coach page too, the slideshow, so you can have all of it. I never did that. Apple Music, I guess, for like $10 a month or something. You get all the audio programs you want. And I used to get audio, but it was like $15 for each book, and I wound up canceling it. But I think he said this was like $10 for the month for as many as you want. I'll have to look into that. If that's true, that's a pretty good deal. So it's Apple Music. And then they have podcasts. You can get the Beachbody podcast, Chalene Johnson, Build Your Tribe. There's an Entre Leadership podcast. Shaun T has a really good podcast. There's a lot of podcasts, and those are free. These are some good programs and seminars. 30daypush.com, that's a Chalene Johnson program. I must admit, I've started this program at least 5 or 6 times and have not finished it. I am terrible, but it's all about organization. And apparently, like, it really, really helps if you get through the whole thing. You sign up for it, and she sends you a video every day with a small task to do. And it starts with your goals, and then you start with like a push goal. And it really helps you organize. The guy at Super Saturday said that he used to work all day. He did the 30-day push. He worked for an hour and was like, shit, I have nothing else to do now, because he was so organized. So that's a free program to do, which is awesome. Danny Johnson and the GoPro, I think those are paid things that you have to go to. I'm talking not too fast, am I? I know I'm a fast talker. But there's a lot to get in. Okay. So then outwork your fears. So this was another girl. She was actually, she's a 6-star Diamond Elite coach under Melanie Metro. That's part of our New Jersey group now. So this was her part. So she was talking about outworking your fears. So fears is what holds everybody back. You're going to be scared to invite people. You're going to be scared to post things on social media. Your before and afters. You might be scared to say you're a coach. You might be scared to ask that perfect person to the coach opportunity. And that's all going to hold you back. You have to learn how to step away from your fear and just do it. I did it this week. I've been wanting to invite my friend to coaching for like 2 years. And I don't know why I've been so scared. And I finally invited her. She did say no. But she was very nice about it. And you know what? It wasn't that bad. But she didn't say no. She just said she's been really busy and maybe later on. But you know what? It wasn't that bad. And even though she said not right now, it really wasn't that bad. It wasn't. I didn't even take it personally after she said it. I don't know why I would never have asked. But you never know until you ask. And really, it's all fear that holds people back. I know it does to me, and I plan it for everybody. Don't worry about people think. You know, people are always going to have issues. You might get that person that always comments bad things on your posts, but you know what? They have more issues if they're doing that. It means something's wrong with them. They don't have the self-confidence in themselves. Otherwise, they just skip over it. If somebody doesn't like it, they could defriend you. They could skip over it. They don't have to make a comment or say something, so don't worry about those people. And truthfully, I really very rarely have that. Maybe like a random group I post in, but on my own page, I really don't have anybody posting bad stuff. People are usually pretty supportive. So success occurs when you step outside that limitation box. That takes some big steps. Branch out. So this is basically what I was saying before. Determine your strong enough why. Remember, our company makes a huge difference. Even if you haven't had a huge transformation, think of how many people have. This Beachbody has helped millions and millions of people lose hundreds of pounds. People have changed their whole lives. They've not had to go on diabetes medication. They've changed their whole course of health. Like, it's done so many good things for so many people. Don't be scared to share it. It makes a huge difference, and everybody deserves a part of it. We invest in people, and that's why we're here to stay. And talk to people how you'd want to be approached. And decide that you want it more than you're afraid of it. Okay? But the why is so important. You really have to sit down and realize like why you want to do it and why it's worth your time and sometimes your aggravation. Like, I know I'm sick of going to work. My patients drag the living crap out of me sometimes. And I want to work because I want to. And I want to get at the debt. I don't have to worry, and I want to travel. And you know what? It's worth it to me. Do I stay up an hour later because I really want those things to happen? I think it's worth it. So if your why is strong enough, you'll keep pushing through, and you'll invite more people, and you'll do what you have to do. Fear is nothing more than an obstacle that stands in the way of progress. It's all just fear, 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 fear. And now duplicating yourself also. You have to, once you start a team, Beachbody is all about duplication. I don't even know if this is what it's really talking about, but so you want to have like things in place. Like right now, I tell people like I do my training and I like my website, and that's what I'm trying to start with people, and then do one-on-one calls. So I have like 4 different steps and say, talk to me after. So that's how I'm doing it, and that's how I'm hoping like my coaches will do it too. So you can use that, and you can send your new coaches there, and they can have the same kind of training. You don't want people to have to start over. If you can make something easier and it's working, then you want everybody else to do it as well. And Beachbody has so many things. I mean, there's so many training things you can do. It's ridiculous. Track your efforts. It's good to keep track of things too, who you've talked to, all your different invites. Like the power of 3s is huge, and you should keep track of it every day. Write down the 3 people you friend request, the 3 people you form, 3 people you invite, the 3 people you follow up with. Keep track. Keep track of your team. Keep track of their success club points, their PV, if they're active or inactive. The more you keep track of people, the better also, and you'll know where your business is going. Bridge the gap, let's see. The network marketing duplication is all about duplicating yourself. Self-evaluation. So what am I doing that is working for me? You really need to ask yourself these questions and see where you're at. What am I doing that's not working? Are you wasting time doing too much of something more than something else? See where time is wasted. What has changed since the last time I did well? Were you doing well and then all of a sudden you can't like get Success Club anymore? No coaches want to sign up. Are you doing something different? It probably is, and a lot of times it probably has to do with yourself. I find if like I slack on my workouts or I'm not eating as good, I'm not posting as much. I'm more tired, so I'm not messaging people as much. So I find if something's lacking in my business, it's most likely due to me, which is another cool part about Beachbody, and that's how I say the accountability is so huge. Like that really, like step back and be like, am I really focusing on myself? And then start with that, and then your business will probably go forward from there. The personal development aha moments. I guarantee you if you read 10 minutes of personal development a day, it'll push you through. I read it, like the Joel Osteen book. I forget which one I just read. But every morning I read it, and I was like so motivated for the day. It was ridiculous. Those are the kind of books that I like because I like to read them with my coffee in the morning, and I'm super pumped for the day. And you can post about it too. And you have another post. So you should always have posts to do. If you're working on yourself, you always have posts because you'll have your workout, you'll have a meal, you'll have your personal development, and then you have your family. You'll never have to worry about finding posts if you're doing what you should be doing every day. And what is your real motivation? What are your goals? So for everybody, it's different, you know? But you really have to find what motivates you and really why you're in this. It all goes back to your why. And that was just the end to dream big. So our big thing was dreaming big, and we all wrote our big goals on that dream board. Because that's big too. You have to think of your goals. You have to always have something to reach for and to shoot for. So think of like your 3-month out goals. What do you want to accomplish by January? Then what do you want to accomplish maybe in 6 months, and then in a year, and in 5 years? Like I wrote down on that dream board, I want to get to that new leader conference in California. So that is, I have to start qualifying for that the week before Thanksgiving. So that's a short-term goal, but I'm determined as hell to do it. And then like by summit, I want to be 5-star. And I even put on their Millionaires Club by 2020, because you know what, why the hell not? I'll be making $1 million in Beachbody by 2020. And you want goals like that. And they want to be big. You want some doable, because you know sometimes it's depressing if you don't hit any of them. But they should be big. And if you don't hit them, you don't hit them. But you should have them. And that was the end of my slideshow. Thanks to Danielle and Anna that sent me the slides, because I totally took terrible notes this weekend. Was that good? I know I told you guys you were talking and I just kept going. I was on a roll.
I know. It's okay. You can do it.
Because I had the slides. If I have slides, I'm good. Did I miss something that was important though?
No, I was just thinking everything you said was pretty much what I remembered from it too. I really, really like the way they broke it down into the 10 hours a week, because I know I'm guilty of it too. Spending way too much time on certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And I sent this as a message because it was loud, but don't be afraid to ask us in the team page to comment on your posts, especially like big transformation posts or things like that, because that's what's going to keep it active and that's what's going to make more people see it. Or like if you get like a negative comment, don't be afraid to ask what to do or how to react to it. Like I even have done that recently this week.
And don't be scared to delete those either.
Which I did.
It's Shalene who commented about that. I think Nicole. And Shalene does say it's your Facebook page and you keep on there what you want. You know, there's any negativity on there. Get them off. Who cares?
Yeah.
But yeah, totally. If you put a transformation picture or a good post up, totally post about it on our team page and ask everybody to comment on it. But I know for me, I very, very rarely scroll Facebook anymore. I'm very proud of that fact. But I do scroll groups way too much, like all the stupid Beachbody groups, because there's like a billion of them. I waste a lot of time doing that. But I very rarely scroll Facebook. So if you're like in the first 5 people, I might see it. But otherwise, I probably don't, and I feel really bad. But if you post about, will you please comment on like a transformation, I will totally look you up and do it.
I was actually just talking to Sue Ellen on the phone before, and I was saying, they always say don't scroll Facebook, but the only thing I do, I try not to get distracted by it because it's so easy. But I feel like you have to like and comment on other people's posts, because if you're just posting your posts and you're not really engaging in other people's, then I feel like it's kind of counterproductive. But you don't have to spend a whole lot of time doing it. But if you just go through it like a couple times a day, go through the news feed and just comment, at least that they see you're interested in their content. You're not just isolating yourself.
That's why I look through a couple usually.
Yeah.
And also the people I've formed or I think would be interested, I even keep track of them in my Asana, and I seriously write myself due dates to comment on their posts. So I do go back to those kind of people and make sure that I'm always staying engaged and stuff like that. I have a bad memory sometimes, and there's a million people, so I need to write things down. But I set myself due dates and reminders to comment on some people's stuff, because you want them to see you're engaging with them too, and then your stuff will come up in their newsfeed more. But I really don't scroll as much as I used to. What else? Let's talk about. I know something else if we can't remember from Super Saturday. We do have the Fall Classic.
Oh, yeah.
So the Fall Classic is groups of 3 coaches, and you basically just compete for Success Club points. So I guess the top team, I didn't even look at the prizes, but it's usually a trip to California, and then they have a bunch of prizes for after that. So you basically just work together. So you can have no more than one diamond in a group. It doesn't have to be a diamond now, but that's only one max or higher. And then you basically do like little, I find group messages work the best. We have so many groups in Facebook, it's ridiculous. And I feel like they don't come up. So I like the chat, like how I have that Emerald chat. I feel like it's easier than a group. I don't know. So I would suggest getting in a group of 3 people and then doing like a chat to keep yourself accountable. You could do your own group too if you want. I think you get 1 point for rank advancing, or I think if you're one of your personally sponsored coaches, you get a point. Point or two for 2 points for Success Club. But it's more, you don't even have to be nervous. If you're a new coach and you're scared you're not going to hit Success Club, it's more to help push each other and work together and really help each other out if you use it the right way. Some people start a team and then everybody dies out and then it's just lost. That sucks. Who cares if you don't win a prize or you're not like the number 1 team? The whole point is to work together and to push each other and to help each other. That's like that would be my main goal of like these things. That's what I like to see more than like the big prizes, you know? I mean, if I want a trip to California, that would be fantastic. But so don't be scared. We can ask in our team page too. I'll ask if you want to make up your own team, go right ahead. Otherwise, I'm going to ask in our Facebook page who wants to be on a team, and then we can help put them together for everybody.
Also, last November we did the Go for No. Remember that contest we had? And the goal was to keep track of how many people that you invited that actually said no. And whoever has the most no's wins a prize. Because the meaning behind that is that, say you ask 10 people, the likelihood that you're going to get 9 no's out of 10 it's pretty likely, but you're going to get that 1 yes. So if you ask 100 people, that means you're going to get 10 yeses. So you're going to help 10 people and you're going to get Success Club 20. So let's just say that every day you're going for 3 to 5 no's. That means you'll probably have to ask about 10 to 15 people. No, I'm sorry. No, if you're going for 3 yeses, that means you have to ask 30 people. That's a lot. But if you say like, all right, well, every day I'm going to try and get like 3 to 5 no's. So that means, you're going to probably invite like 7 people a day. And then the person at the end of the month wins with the most no's.
Whoever got the 100 no's first.
Is that what it was?
Whoever got 100 no's first. So we'll do that in November. I'm sure Dana's probably going to do it on her team page too. We'll do it on ours too.
It was kind of fun, actually, because it made you invite. And it didn't make you feel bad when you got a no, because it doesn't mean no, never going to do it. It just means they're not ready right now.
It really does. Telling you, one of my new coaches were telling me no for months, and now they're all gung ho. So we'll do that in November too. Go for November. Otherwise, go for November, and then we'll do our fall classic. And I swear there was something else. I don't remember what it was. If you listen to the National Wake Up Call too, don't forget there's the National Wake Up Call on Monday mornings, 11 a.m. for Eastern. This week it was, what's her face? Fit and Funky. I can't remember her real name, but I remember her Facebook name. But she was talking about like picking one program and sticking with it and following through with the whole program, so people can see like results from one program. So picking like 21 Day Fix and doing it for the whole 3 weeks. Instead of going like this program, like show people that it really works. And use the Beachbody programs. Like she was saying, like she works for iPhone and uses like an Android or something. Like it just doesn't make sense. Like show the programs. At the same time, though, there's some coaches that do go to the gym and use the programs on the side. You have to, I guess it's their niche. But I think most people on our team could pick one program. I don't think that's a big issue. But definitely do it so you have the before and after, and you can post your results along the way. Show people what you're doing, where you're struggling with it. If you're having a bad day, you can post about that. It's not always going to be 100%, but you can do that. What else did she talk about? Just staying consistent. And what's the fun program?
She actually said that she signed up for the coaching and then that night freaked out because she was already like in the negative. She had like no money, and she freaked out and got her money back. And then a month later, signed up again.
That's great. And now she's in the Millionaires Club, by the way.
She has like 5 business centers. Like, it's insane.
Because she totally signed up to be a coach. Quit that night. You know how depressing that must have been to her coach that she quit like that same night, and then the next month re-signed up again. But then it even took her a couple months. She said the Super Saturday totally changed her. I think it was like 9 months in or something, she had said.
Yeah. Like,
Wasting more money. She was spending more money on like programs in Shakeology and wasn't even making it back. Then she went to Super Saturday, and something, that's why Super Saturdays are so important, because something just clicked and she's like, I got to do this. Like, I want my family to not have to struggle financially. And she just kicked it into high gear and now doesn't have to ever worry about money again.
That's because she said that someone that spoke started the same month that she did. And she was paying her mortgage with the Beachbody money. Yeah. So she was like, oh my God, what am I doing differently? And that's where you like reevaluate what you're doing.
It's true. But that's another thing that you don't always want to compare yourself either. That could be a slippery road.
Remember, I know that very well.
When you look at people that sign up at the same time as you, just remember everybody has different things going on in their lives too. Just remember that, because it's very easy when you're friending all these people on Facebook, and then once you've been doing it for a couple months and all of a sudden you see like, bam, she's doing all these things. Just remember everybody has different hurdles and different situations. So it's good to be inspired by them, but don't make it like depressing, you know. Everybody gets there at their own time and speed.
Can I just ask a question about that group I want to make for when people get challenge packs?
Yeah.
So any input would be greatly appreciated. I know some people already have, but I was up like half the night the other night, so I was thinking, and I was kind of thinking about our challenge groups, how like the people in the Stronger Than Excuses group, like they do really well, but the other people in Pura Vida, like they just kind of fall off and they're not really engaged. And I was like, all right, you know, how can we get them, like we get coaches started right? How can we get our challengers started right? And we used to do, I know some of you guys are new, but what we used to do before Stronger Than Your Excuses existed, Pura Vida Fitness Family was just a team page. We didn't have, it wasn't a challenge group, a laid back challenge group. It was just a team page. Everybody was introduced into it and you could ask questions, and we posted our workouts in there and things like that, but it wasn't a challenge group. And then we would run monthly challenge groups, and we would throw all our new customers in there. And we always did a week-long prep. So we did about water intake, and we did grocery lists and what clean eating is and how to do the portion control. And it was very informative, and it really prepared people for that challenge group. We kind of did away with it because the people that were continuing from challenge group to challenge group, they didn't need that prep week again, you know? So I wanted to create I guess it would be a group. It wouldn't be an event. It would be a group where anytime somebody gets a challenge pack, you're going to put them into that group. And it doesn't matter what kind of challenge pack, but it's going to describe Shakeology and where they could find some recipes and things like that, and all the basics of what they need to get ready. And then after that week, you're going to take them out of that group, or you could leave them in a few days, and then put them into whatever challenge group they want to be in. If it's time for the Stronger Than the Excuses group, if that's the start of the 3 weeks, or tell them you're going to put them in Pura Vida Fitness Family for some accountability, but the next stricter accountability group starts on this date. So this way they like have some information. So if you guys that just bought challenge packs, especially if you could, or if anyone remembers when they first bought it, like what you needed help with most, like what did you need to get yourself started that you felt you were prepared? If you could post that or even write it now, speak it now, whatever. Or
It's not like they're going to be really commenting on it. It's just going to be like a couple things.
it's just like an information. No commenting. And it's going to say, like, if you have a question, please contact your coach directly. Like, I don't even want them to be able to do it. So you would put them in the group and it would say day 1, this post. I mean, they can go at it at their leisure, but at least they have like 7 days worth or 5 days worth of information of what they need to do. It doesn't even have to go by day. It really doesn't, because one will be like about water, one will be about the foods, maybe some videos. I think Jen has some videos on how to use the containers, things like that, because I think it'll take some pressure off of us as coaches, but it also will give them like a really strong foundation, and I feel like they won't feel so lost when they get this box in the mail.
I like that idea.
I'm actually really excited about it. So I think I'm just going to call it like Getting Started Right, or, something like that, like something so simple. But I want to create it.
So then we'll put
I want to make sure that I have everything in it.
We'll put them in that and then tell them, I guess, to message you when they're, went through everything and they're ready to go into a challenge group.
Right. When they're done, what questions they have, we can further, but like contact your coach directly. So I really don't want a million comments in there. Like, I don't want to have to keep up with that group. It's almost like put them in, let them read through everything, get prepared, and then hit you with the questions.
Yeah, I like that.
And we have tons of information. So already, I mean, it's really just taking the information and putting it in there. So, but does anybody have any other ideas? Like, any new challenge pack purchasers, like something that you could have used to be more prepared? God bless you, Dana. Nobody?
We have a lot of stuff already.
All right. My goal is to finish it by the end of by the weekend.
Definitely go over some of the container stuff.
Can you hear me? No, Jen.
I think that's a great idea, because I remember when I first signed up, I was like, I had no clue what I was signing up for. I'd heard about Shakeology. I didn't know anything about the fix, and I started researching on my own. So I think it'd be great if there was information right there.
Oh, maybe a YouTube on how to make the Shakeology too. I remember that used to be in some challenge group things.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind even putting like the Shay Stanford video in there, because it's so informative of what all the ingredients do. Nicole said a general review of clean eating. Yeah, like kind of like take like everything that we've done and just throw it all together in a group so they have all the basics.
Because it's a little overwhelming to get started.
It is overwhelming. And, we have the 21 Days to a New You group, which is awesome. But unless you literally go into the files and you really find everything, I mean, you could be tagged in it, but there's just so much information because people are posting every single day. Like, I don't even want there to be other posts in there unless we think of something and we say, okay, let's put it in. I don't want anybody like randomly post. Like,
you have she has a checklist. I knew you had a lot of stuff, Jen.
What does she have?
She made a challenger checklist to get started.
Of course she did.
Will you share that with us too? That would be fantastic.
When Jen's done moving, she's gonna come organize my life.
How about my life too?
Me first. I found her. She's mine.
Damn it. I helped her place people.
That means I work on my own life first. Sharing is caring. So yeah, like something, I'm really excited about this actually.
The checklist is a good idea.
So anything, like any information, you can just shoot me in a message, or if you could post it in the team page, like with this, tag me in it, and then I'll use it. That would be awesome. Because I'd really, really like to get this done by the weekend.
That'd be awesome. I love your idea.
Well, that's what happens when you're up all night, because one kid pees in the bed and the other kid has a bad dream about school. It's too much to play, and the dog is annoying. Then you're up for like 3 hours. What are you going to do?
Well, that's good. Maybe you just stay up more nights.
Bite your tongue.
Good idea.
Bite your tongue. I'm too tired.
Too tired. Join the club. So let's say we had in November. We have that. And go for November.
Call me. Nicole says call me. Why? About we've been baby not me. Baby partying.
She never sleeps.
No, she doesn't. Oh, Jen has a question that I didn't know the answer to. Oh,
You'll need to purchase your college too. So you got SC2 from that person?
yeah, she did.
From their first order? No.
Yes, from the first order.
Well, no, usually you don't get Success Club points.
Oh no, I'm sorry. They signed up for a free account and said, I think
If it's a free
they
account,
got.
you're already in as their coach, so then their next purchase, you get the.
But she said it was only Shakeology. I think they got a program too. They must have.
They must have.
No, she said only. Then it might be a mistake. They may take it away.
Yeah, I don't know then. It might have been a mistake. I don't know. I've had a lot of mistakes lately, and they haven't taken them away. I'm hoping they don't take all like 2 years worth of mistakes away in one day. Can you imagine? Oh my God.
What else? There was something else. You guys all know about the new flavor of Shakeology, right? I was a little disappointed in the announcement. I really was hoping it was going to be kosher because that would just open up to my whole Jewish community.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Go get blessed yourself. Can't you do that? No.
What?
Don't they just go do it for them?
Me? I'm only Jewish. I'm not a rabbi.
At least I made Sue Ellen laugh. Can you bring that somewhere or something? I thought it's just like blessed. I know it's all the stuff, right?
Oh, it's a whole bunch. I think it's a whole thing. But my friend at work, she got a way to get around it because it was medically necessary, the rabbi said, which, whatever. So,
There you go.
yeah. So, what else? Any other questions from anybody?
Questions? That'd be good.
Anyone?
Nobody? Really?
How did your speech go? That's my question.
What?
How did your speech go? That's my
Nailed
question.
it. Nailed it. No, I actually didn't even listen to it. Amy sent me the recording and I haven't listened to it yet.
Recording, I want to see it.
She was amazing.
Oh, you're just saying that because you love me.
Well, I do love you, but you actually were amazing.
Thank you. I have to say, it was a lot easier than I thought. I was not happy with having to wear a microphone because from my recall from past Super Saturdays, there was a podium. So I thought I was going to hide behind there and just speak. So this thing wrapped around my head totally screwed with my hair.
Yeah, I saw the pictures and I was like, oh my God, no podium. This is like
Nothing.
professional status.
Nothing. And then with my vasovagal, I have to shift from side to side. I can't stay straight because if I stand in one spot, like I'll just. So I was like kind of shifting and like my hands were going. My hands are in my pocket. And I'm like, I don't even know what I said. I have no idea how long I spoke.
You just blacked out of it at the end.
What? Come
And
out
you
of
just
it.
and then came out of it at the end.
Yeah, I ended up on the floor and I just looked up and said, oh.
Dana, you have to come next time. Jenna,
Yeah, it's definitely January 9th.
there's a possibility they might make it on a Friday night, though, instead of Saturday.
Okay.
Just the New Jersey one.
Either way, I'll put in my request for that Saturday.
And we'll do like a little Christmas thing.
Well, did you see Dana actually posted something that she just posted it actually while we were on the call, I think, that they're looking to do an awesome team night out. So she wants to see how many people can.
Oh, yeah, because Maureen and Michelle and all them want to come down. So
Yeah.
we might do like a huge thing after.
So for Friday, what it would be in the evening.
Yeah, so I don't know how we do a big thing out after that. It's going to be late. Oof. Yeah, it'd probably be around. And when we went to Pittsburgh, I think that was Friday, wasn't it?
Wait, what did you say about Friday? Oh, that we went Friday?
It was like at 6 o'clock. Was it 6 to 10?
Yeah, it was Friday. Wait, January 9th is a Friday?
And they said they're not sure yet because they don't have a place for it. It was booked on Saturday, the place that we've been having it. That was the problem. They'll know soon, I guess.
All right. So I'll
We're going to come up.
need to put in my request off of work.
Put it in anyway.
Ask off Friday, but if it's later, I mean, I assume they'd have it in the evening, so I should probably be fine.
You don't have to know so far ahead. I mean, you'll know a couple months. They should probably know within the next month.
Okay.
But we should do a sleepover and we'll all share room.
Yes, we were saying that we wanted to all do like a night at a hotel and go for drinks and have fun, do like a Christmas, like whatever. It was fun in Asbury. I want everybody to
It
come.
was interesting.
Then you have to
That-
come.
I think that weekend is going to be Sasha's first birthday party.
Oh, good. We'll all go to your house.
Yeah, come on over.
Alrighty.
Oh, so I don't know. I got to figure. I'm trying to finagle around it.
We can't have a Super Saturday without you.
I
I
can't tell.
know.
I can't tell Mike I can't go to Super. I can't go have a birthday party because of Super Saturday. His head will explode. Head
We'll
will
have it on
explode.
Sunday.
That's what I'm. Well, the problem is my family lives in Rhode Island, so they'll all be down visiting.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
When's her birthday?
The 4th.
Oh,
So have a big New Year's Eve bash.
Maybe.
yeah.
Do MLK Day.
I think we should all go to Florida for a Super Saturday and visit Marissa and Rich.
Oh, they're in Florida?
They
I'll
are.
be in Florida.
We're near Tampa.
We're in Fort Myers, so about 2 hours south on the same coast.
My new coach is from Tampa. So I was asking.
Where's Fort Myers?
It's 2 hours south of Tampa on the west coast.
It's
On the
about as
west
far south as you can go before you hit the Everglades on the
Yeah.
Gulf side. So Naples, Bonita Springs, right on there.
So it's
There's
really
big
nice
Super
out over
Saturdays
here.
Yeah,
in
it was like
Florida.
83 today, and there's no humidity now, so it's like really nice weather compared to a month ago where it was extremely humid.
I'm so jealous. But there's fantastic Super Saturdays in Florida. I don't know where they all are, but there's good ones. There's a lot of top coaches that live in Florida.
Yeah, Anna sent us some of the information, but we couldn't go this weekend, so next time.
So we're sure to go. Lindsay Matley's in, I don't know where she lives, but that's a huge one. There's a lot of huge ones.
Well, Stephanie and I will be in Florida March 12th for like a whole hour.
I told my new coach that that's in Tampa because that's where we fly out of, right?
Fort Lauderdale.
Oh,
Other coast.
Way off.
maybe she'll come visit. We're gonna get there the day before.
Oh, I can't. I'm not
What
gonna.
time does the cruise ship leave?
You have to be there at 2.
Oh, it leaves at 2. I'm always so nervous with flights getting delayed. Oh, if it doesn't leave, I'll
Let
probably
me
fly.
tell you something. If I left Friday night, the hubby would really lose it.
Wait, it's Monday through Friday, the cruise, right?
No, it's not. It's Saturday through Thursday.
Oh, it is? Why did I think it was Monday through Friday?
I don't know. Get your shit straight. You're gonna mess this up.
It's Saturday through Thursday?
March 12th is a Saturday through the 17th. We get back at 6:15 a.m. on Thursday.
Oh, so I'm like, how are you working on Friday? I thought you were losing your mind.
So this is the free cruise that they get to go on for earning Success Club points.
Well, no. Well, yes. Yeah, it's not really free.
No, but
It's close to it. Well, you know what really stings is that I really didn't want to get like an expensive room, but because I waited 3 out of the 4 days to register, I had to get the one with the balcony. So it was
You'll
more
be very
expensive.
happy you had the balcony. I upgraded and I had a choice.
Get the one with the balcony. We're forced into a balcony.
And
No, but it's more money. I don't want. It's like $400 more. It's a lot.
believe me, it's worth it. my mother-in-law, when me and my husband went on our first cruise, she told me I had to get the balcony room, and I thought she was just being a pain in the ass bitch and like, why is she making me waste all my extra money? Like, we're never in the room. I would never go on a cruise without a balcony room ever again.
Well, I need a window. I
are
needed a
dark.
window.
They're dark, and you never want to wake up. With the balcony, you can sleep with the door open. You can go out there and drink your coffee in the morning, have your wine at night. Like, it is worth it.
Right, because it just added on like another like $300 to this.
It'll be worth it.
So you all know, if my husband can't go, I'm going to be bringing somebody. You better be nice. I think I'm using the incentive to get people to Diamond first. So if you want to go on a free cruise, I already paid the extra. You just have to pay your flight.
I'm friggin' winning that.
Diamond ASAP. And I'm probably going to have to know sooner rather than later. So get on it.
My mom keeps saying, you sure you don't want to ask someone else? You sure you want me to go? Like, are they just going to drink their Shakeology and exercise the whole time? Because I like to eat. And I'm like, Mom,
They eat and drink. Don't worry, Beachbody coaches do.
I'm like, Mom, you will have to quit smoking by that point, though.
There's not many that do that. But they do. I will be bringing, most likely my husband can't go. So once I find out for sure. So get Diamond ASAP and you get to go on a free cruise. Woo-hoo.
I can't wait to see this competition.
It's worth it. And there's no other questions. Stop my recording.